We ready? I'd like to call this meeting to order here, Jefferson County Board of Tourism, 17th of November, 2025. Thank you all for being here. If you'd be so kind to remove your hats and we'll stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, team, if we, everybody have a chance to take a look at the minutes that Rini sent for October 20th of 2025. We did, would someone like to make a motion to approve the minutes as presented?
I move to approve the minutes as presented.
Have a second? Josh, you want a second?
I'll second.
Motion carries. You're good. Moving on to the treasurer's report. Dr. David Bramer, attorney at law.
We want to get all those degrees. So for the month of October, the innkeeper's tax, it was below $100,000 for the first time.
That's correct. Something's happening.
Something's wrong. Anyway, $91,657.27. A little bit lower than last year, but much higher than any other October beforehand. Yeah, so we're doing good on the budget wise. That's the other side of the page. It's about $55,000 left in the budget commitments for the year, but we still got about $300,000 over available.
Dave, thank you for good.
We have two claims. We have one for professional services for $400 and then one for marketing expenses from VMI for $6,763.95.
Dave, thanks for always doing those things. Anybody have any questions about the claims? Did Rini and Josh have a chance to sign them? Okay, thank you. I'm gonna make a motion on two things. One, the treasurer's report is presented, as well as the VMI claims. Someone like to make a motion?
Second it.
First,
I'll make the motion.
Make
Thank
both
you. Yeah.
first.
You made the
You
motion.
make
Make
us-
motion.
Yeah.
Sounded like you made, but that's
Right.
okay.
Daggone.
That's what I
She was like, what we got?
Anybody want
Motion
to
twice?
third it for the heck of
Just
it?
wanna make sure we got.
You got a third?
It.
All right.
Right.
Motion really
Everybody
carries.
voted, so I think we're good.
Really carries.
That was heavy.
Yeah.
Daggone Robert's rule and his orders.
Yeah, 'cause I
Okay, never liked Robert. Okay, the partnerships, Dave, thank you again. Rini, thank you for sending that out. Partnerships and projects, when you're finished, unless you want to stay, feel free. You won't be disrespectful at all once you present. And one of the reasons we want to present is we allocate monies in March and August of every year, and those are two grant cycles, and whomever we grant those monies to, we want them to come back to share with us what did you do with the money, you know. Please be cognizant to everyone's time. I'm not gonna say 3, 4, 5 minutes, but try to be in there. And if we could go ahead and start out with Jane B., Kindred Folk Society.
Mark Rogers.
And Mark Rogers. Thank you, Mark. Yeah, if you want to.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, Mark Rogers, president of Kindred Folk Society, but more importantly, we have Jane Bondrock, the queen of the Kindred Folk
The
Society.
goddess's daughter.
The goddess's daughter. So, we just want to be briefly here to thank you for supporting us this year. It was our second year and a lot of fun, and felt bigger. Jane's got a few statistics for you, but it was a beautiful day, so thanks for the weather too. And
Anytime.
we got some pictures to show you if you weren't able to be there, but
Thanks to Andrew, he just printed out a few, shows a few of the porches. Well, I checked in with Andrew and Visit Madison on some numbers. It's a hard little festival to judge because it's spread all over town. Can't really narrow down the where everybody actually is, but, it looked like on Saturday this is on Labor Day weekend this year, the numbers were up, the visitors were up from last year in general. Not for the whole weekend, but specifically Saturday, they were up, that was the day of the festival. Andrew noted that the Friday hotel stays were up this year to 93%. Last year, they were only 65% on Friday night when 90 people came for Porch Day. And spent, the night, both nights that weekend were, the hotels that report to them were 93% full. Next year, our festival will not be on Labor Day, so that might be an interesting way to see that we are bringing the people, or if it's just a Labor Day thing. So we'll be paying attention to those numbers. I just wanted to say this year it was much bigger in general. I know we had more people. We had 16 porches of this year, other than 10. We had 16 business sponsors step up and sponsor us this year, and 6 private porch sponsors, like the porches sponsored themselves. So yeah, I feel like we had a lot of support through the business community and the people that want to be involved in it. And thank you to you guys for the money. We spent almost the majority of the money you guys granted us, and have a little left over for our other projects. But we'll be back in March to ask for more support. Any questions?
You said the occupancy rate was 94%. That was the info you got from Andrew?
93
93.
for both Friday and Saturday night.
That's a pretty good return on our investment. And you all, and tell me if I'm wrong here, I wrote these notes and sometimes I have chicken scratch here. You asked for 25,000 and we gave 7,000. Is that correct? Okay.
We have, multiple projects, but
I understand.
Porch Day being the big one.
Absolutely.
So I was gonna say something, but now it's already on.
Thank you all so much.
Thank you very much.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Really cool event.
Thank you.
you can share the pictures, people.
Oh, yeah. I was looking at it. Did you see him, Josh?
I did.
Thanks to Hannah Ernst for doing that.
Hey, thank you all. Yeah, absolutely. Great event.
Good night, everybody.
Good
Bye.
Next up, we'll go ahead and have the historic Eleutherian College with not Jane V, but JNV.
Well, actually legally,
Huh?
it's Jane, but nobody.
I'll be daggone. Back to back Jane V. Who'd have thought that one to that? We couldn't have put you guys in between. That would have been wrong. Hey, thank you.
So this was our very first time, and the very first time we've asked you for any money. We had asked for 5,000 and you gave us $4,000, which we greatly appreciate. We had never had a monthly list of programs, and that's in the little flyer that Patty made up. So, and we had worked with Visit Madison for those particular programs, that Sundays were a day that there wasn't as much going on, and could we figure out a way for people to extend their stay maybe over Saturday night? We're on the way back to Indianapolis, so if people are, gonna stay, there's something to do on the way home. And so anyway, we don't have any hotel numbers. We didn't think to ask you guys for hotel numbers or how we would judge that, but we did manage to come very close to our $5,000 budget. And we had 25 former performers that we paid, and then the West of Dublin band donated their time. So we had 26 groups altogether. And I forgot to bring it, but we had this delightful thank you card or letter with a check in it from some folks from Mooresville that said, "We so enjoyed the program. we wanted to send you a check. We especially love the singing.
That's great.
So we're going, we just had a brief meeting this week and we're gonna work on doing it again next year to have more singing programs. One of the best things that came out of it, Patty developed fans. And if you've been out to our place, you know, in the summer, it can get kind of warm.
Sure.
Your electricity money, that's to keep the air conditioning on overnight. If we get it cooled off, it'll stay cool. Or if we get it warmed up, it'll stay warm, but to go from one extreme to the other is kind of tricky. But anyway, these fans work really good, so we're gonna cabbage onto that for next year too. So we tried to give you guys as much credit in ads and newspaper accounts and everything, so we really do appreciate it. Thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you all so much.
Any other questions for us?
How many people attended? If you said.
Oh, I'm sorry, yeah,
apologize.
no, I put it on the little thing.
Oh.
We don't have a real accurate count. We try to get everybody to sign the guest book. And Mad Tix did some, but it was about 175 that
Okay.
signed.
Sure.
And that's probably maybe half of them, maybe 3/4. I don't know. It's hard to tell.
So there could have been 300 out there?
Yeah.
Okay. And when you scoured over the crowd, would you say majority of them are local?
There were some local, there were some that came from, quite a distance.
Okay,
Some, brought friends
sure.
from out of town. It was something to do. You know, you have company in for the summer or family gatherings and you want to have something to do. And surprisingly, we had quite a few small children,
That's great.
families came. So that was kind of cool. So we'll keep doing that. So,
That's great.
and the artists had a great time too. So.
If you do apply again, when you come back to report, try to gather any data you can from Andrew.
I will.
Yeah, even if it's tough to gather that information, just maybe he can steer you in some direction,
Okay.
or maybe there's software out there, Andrew, and I'm kind
Oh,
of
there
spitballing
probably is.
here.
Okay.
If there is, that's not,
Yeah,
super
Well-
expensive unless it was, it was
We're-
needed that.
yeah, we're kind
That
of out.
could gather any data on little festivals like that with Canaan and Salute at Chelsea, Jubilee and, you know. Yeah, I mean, and I don't know, just,
Our Wi-Fi signal isn't the strongest. But anyway, so thank you guys, we appreciate it.
and real quick,
Yeah.
would they be a candidate to use our mobile?
Wi-Fi,
Yeah,
I think that would be a good, if they've got a connection out there
yeah,
that could be plugged into.
okay,
And we can talk.
yeah,
The other, and this is kind of a little bit gross, but the other thing that ended up being a real benefit is the new porta pot company, Job Site Johns, or is that the name of it? Because they actually stayed out there and then just cleaned it regularly. So we paid them $100 a month. Whereas in the past, we've had to pay $100 or $150 for each delivery for one day.
oh, wow.
And if we left it out there, we'd have to pay $100 a day. So having somebody that we can have it out there, they keep it clean, it was greatly appreciated. So between the fans and the porta pots, we did great. So thank you.
Thank you. Next up, we have Unbroken Circle. All right, go ahead, Ben, you're up.
Got some data. Have you all seen the flavor data?
I have not, no.
I got some stuff for you.
Yeah.
There's two there. One is length of stay, the other is distance traveled. So if you go to, I think it's page 3, on the 10-minute, or the one that shows 10 minutes, this other one here. That one gives you a pretty good idea of the weekend attendance. Almost 16,000 people over the course of 3 days. So obviously
38,500 increase from the previous year. Which
I
I don't know what that number means, but it's a lot.
Yeah.
We ended up doing like 43 states total is what we did. pretty amazing for year one. I think James Dell has a picture of a guy who bought a sweater in their shop. There's a guy from South Dakota, because he's like, why do you want a big old coat? And this guy from South Dakota, they had their best weekend ever.
James Dillon?
The men's shop.
That's
He
great.
said they beat about like a few $1,000s over the previous 4 or 5 years they've been there. Walking around town, the buzz was just the businesses. I think people like that supported. There are people there that enjoyed the town and went to businesses. Bars had lines out the door. Shipley's ran out of beer, which is the first I've ever heard of.
And food, except.
Except they had fried green beans, and they had I think Budweiser was like the last thing they had on tap. What else?
So, I mean,
It was
great for.
Great for
downtown, especially
businesses.
as a whole.
I think the couple weekends after, kind of debriefing, just walking around downtown and just kind of going to restaurants and stuff, the feedback was, people were really appreciative, I think, of the event, and that makes us feel good. You know, the town being supportive, and I think that's what music lovers do. They come here and they just want to see what the town's about, other than just the music. You know, they come and support.
Yeah, we were sold out Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
I think all the hotels and
It was great,
Airbnbs were sold out.
I think we sold out and I haven't gotten those numbers from Andrew, but I think they were all sold out, and all the Airbnbs in town were sold out, and we sold, how many camping spots? 60 RVs and
We
a
had
couple hundred primitive sites, so,
that was up to
Yeah.
more than that. It was up to almost 80 something on the RV. Yeah.
yeah.
80 something RVs.
So-
We had room for like 90 total. So we're gonna expand that a little bit this year. Just cause, you know, we want people to be down on the river.
And
And,
we ran out of hotel rooms, any place to stay, so.
we need a boat to just pull on that dock.
We talked.
Hey, almost. A couple years ago, almost.
You got,
Make the crowd.
Almost.
your guys' money, all of it is used for marketing and then some. We definitely invested in marketing, radio, Indianapolis, Cincinnati, Louisville. We did some billboards locally, 3 billboards. Obviously Facebook, Instagram, social media. We're really,
Big on social media.
we put a lot of money into that. I don't know what our final, I mean, it was well over,
Good bit.
probably 50, or I don't know the exact total.
Yeah.
We bought a lot of cards. I mean, we spent thousands and thousands of dollars in posters, and we got the sandwich boards and stuff like that throughout town. And
Banners.
so we're very thankful for you guys' money from last year, and it went a long way for us. Without you guys, it wouldn't have been as successful as what it was, that's for sure. And that's helps us a lot to be able to just push marketing and not know that it's gonna hurt, you know, come out of our account right away. And we're very appreciative of you guys. And I think for us to be able to continue to grow and do Unbroken here, it's gonna take things like that happening for us to be able to maintain the growth of $1 million event.
Well, the two things, you know, the numbers speak volumes, but the two things I really appreciate are you guys doing it in Thursday, starting on Thursday.
Yeah.
You know, cause it kind of creeps into that week,
Yeah.
right? The second part, I just lost my train of thought.
Oh, you're good. We had roughly 4,000 on the Thursday.
On that
So-
note, we had people start showing up on Monday.
Yeah.
We had campers down there on Monday. I don't know how the hotels were.
We did
Yeah.
well that entire week,
Yeah.
so like in tandem with what Trevor's saying, I might finish your thought, you never know.
Hopefully.
You know, there's shoulder weeks, right, or shoulder dates, right, so usually like Sunday, Thursday, into Monday, right, I do have a lot of business accounts, I'm sure Rini can speak for that as well. They give us a good base, but you know, people start to trickle out like Sunday, and then they trickle out Thursday. So with, you know, people coming in Monday, it's great.
Yeah.
Thursday, even better, just like what he said. So you're hitting the shoulder dates, which is usually low received during the week. So no, it's really appreciative.
Yeah.
Well, the second part, it just came to me, the marketing. So a lot of what we found over the last 2 or 3 or 4 years is people say, hey, we need $6,000 for marketing. We need $2,000 for marketing. And it's become a vanilla, generic, gray, you know, type of scenario. The difference was I had people screenshotting almost on a daily basis. And if that wasn't the case, I saw it on a social media app.
That's what we were.
Well, and even my son being 16, you know, he and 4 or 5 of his buddies were asking about, are you gonna go to Unbroken?
Well,
You hit that demographic.
We've gotten pretty decent at the target audience.
Yeah.
So we know exactly who to
No, it's good.
go in and tweak the
Yeah,
target marketing in the social media.
so you guys,
Facebook, Instagram.
when you say, the thing I appreciate, cause I saw it and we talked about it, was when you say we used it for marketing, that usually gives us cringe. And
Right.
it was actually used for marketing.
Well, especially in a first year event, like,
You know?
say you're online and you see an event pop up and you've never seen it before, you know, you gotta keep pounding that into the head.
Right.
Here it is, oh, here it is again, and oh, there's that thing again, because nobody knew what Unbroken was before this year, before it happened, and nobody knew what to expect until they got here. Now they know what to expect,
Yeah.
so.
But needless to say, the ROI on the dollars that we gave you, oh my gosh,
Yes.
man. Without the roof.
It was a good return. So,
Yes.
Hope it was worth it.
Yeah.
And we continue to hopefully continue to grow it here, you know, and get better. I think we're gonna try to increase the budget next year just to make it even bigger, try to do different things and cooler things and just keep doing
I
things.
say
to make
that,
it unique.
right, you're right, but I mean, initially, you know, nobody knows, right?
Yeah,
Nobody knew it.
nobody knows, yeah.
So
You guys are all taking a chance.
It's like, how much should we throw towards this? This was
Yeah.
kind of one of the conversations we had. We didn't really know.
Yeah,
right?
right. No, that's okay.
But you know, you're kind of putting your footprint down. So, you know, we
Yeah.
can kind of see what it is, and that's the ROI we want to see. Okay,
Right.
wow, this really hit it off.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
I appreciate it,
Good job.
yeah. I appreciate it. Yeah, you guys took a chance on us and we're thankful for what we got. No doubt about it, so.
so how do you get bigger? What are your else thoughts?
We have some ideas.
I'm not afraid to stretch the needle a little bit, when it comes to bands and, experiences, trying to create better experiences, if that means building, different things in the primitive or expanding and moving the stage back to the street and having the whole.
Yeah.
You can there's different things we've talked about as far as being able to even expand the capacity a little bit and maybe pushing it back to the river and center it up, instead of angled in the corner and just kind of center it up and look a little off.
Yeah, more talent, reconfigure the park probably is what we would do.
Thursday will definitely be bigger this year.
Better experience for, VIPs, better experience for sponsors. Just everything that we did okay this year, we're our biggest critics. You know?
Yeah,
So,
absolutely.
I'm sitting there the whole time like, I can do that better and this better and that better,
Yeah,
you know, while doing it, you know, so.
but I think that's what makes
So
an
that's
event,
the plan.
successful, right? And that's everybody, right? Everybody.
Yeah.
I mean, if you do try to get better in certain areas, even if you think you excelled at it, there's always a way to. If you have that in your head, you're driven to not just settle for like, let's be as good as we were last year, right? Let's try to always get better, everyday life even, you know what I mean? So it's kind of just our mindset, I think.
Well, great job
Thank you.
as entrepreneurs, taking a risk and pushing the envelope, cause
Thanks so
that's
much.
how you move things.
Appreciate it.
So,
Thank you all.
Thanks, you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you guys.
Appreciate it.
yeah, absolutely. You guys don't have to stay if you don't want to. Feel free though. It's a fun ride.
Can I make one thing since we're not gonna stay for public comment?
Yeah.
We would still love to talk to you guys and work with you guys in the future. I know that Bob put me on the front page of the paper saying I need to know what's going on.
Oh,
That
sure, yeah.
still exists.
Yeah.
And we have talked about Tourism Alliance and working with Andrew and Sarah to try to get you and some of the other festivals in the room so we can help you and we can understand, we can give you our perspective. And then I can plan so that I'm a better steward neighbor for you guys. and
Let's,
not-
if you would, just email us. I think you sent us an email, maybe.
I did, yes.
Was it to the support email?
I have no idea. Many months ago.
Maybe just hit us up again, sometime this winter.
Well, I
and we'll
think
talk.
getting you guys to an alliance meeting would be the real goal. Is then everyone's in
Yeah,
the
that's
room
fine.
together.
Yeah.
We would love that.
That's another thing we did. We gave everybody on Central tickets to the event, so we're trying to be good neighbors.
Definitely wanna be
So,
good.
yeah, we wanna be.
I just met with Drew, so, you know, and thank you for meeting, I'm glad that happened. We've got some really good ideas as well, so I'm pretty excited. I'm sure you shared it with Brent a little bit, but, no, I mean, you're reaching out, you're trying to do, you know, what you can, I thank you for that, and meeting our team and everything, so.
Yeah, appreciate
They're
it.
expanding, I think it'll get to the, you know, the point that it
You'll
needs
be
to be.
getting an email from me too, cause the stores wanna work with you guys,
Okay.
so
What
like,
stores?
I was Scarlet Begonia.
Okay, I thought
I
so.
was making hotel reservations for people who came on Friday night, but like, we are already buying a ticket for Saturday.
Okay,
Where can we stay?
nice,
So like,
appreciate it.
unfortunately, everybody was booked out, so
Yeah,
they were at Bellaterra.
Yeah,
but,
shoot us an email, we'll get back.
it just- it-
Yeah, we wanna be good.
To it,
True.
it'd be even,
Yeah.
yeah, cause it was huge. It
Good.
was craziness.
Like you're easily top three revenue wise.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I will
you,
say-
you could end up being number one.
Yeah.
I mean, I can see that. It all
That's
depends on your lineup.
I will say,
your
we're back,
first year.
looked at, the last previous, events in Madison, I mean, we're the biggest by like 6,000 people.
Yeah, I got in on the game late because I didn't know. I had a wedding block already lined out. These people got really good news. No,
And that's the thing is like, a hotel, our revenue, you already see like the hotel cost for our weekend that's out there, you know, it's, people are already buying and.
already know.
Well, we announced our date
Yeah.
for next year and they already started getting
So
around,
good.
so.
I got ahead this time.
Yeah.
Good.
Thank you guys, appreciate it.
Hey, good, just our emails on the
site.
Yeah.
and make sure you meet with them.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
cause you guys are something special that continues to push the needle.
Yeah.
And with that bears that responsibility of connecting
Oh, yes.
with the right groups,
Yeah.
you know, and
Absolutely.
you just move quicker.
Gotta be good neighbors.
You just,
yeah.
you just move quicker.
And I think that may have fallen through a little bit, cause it was a first year and we had a lot of irons in the fire,
So
so,
we understand
a
it.
lot,
It just,
So-
being a small community, sometimes we can conquer great things
absolutely.
by all being in one room. And that's,
Oh, yeah.
that's the trick to
All
that.
everyone together.
Yeah, we're all about trying to make this as best as we can for the community and people around us, so.
Well, we're also just starting to see like people coming for the music festivals, coming into the shops.
Yeah.
Like
That's what we
Mad
want.
Hop that just happened, I stayed open 2 extra hours. I made more money in those 2 hours than I made in the previous 2 weeks.
That's awesome.
Like, it
Wow,
was
yeah.
insane, cause people were coming after the music to come back and shop because they
Mhm.
didn't have time in between the hops.
Mhm.
And so it's, people have come to the events, now they know that Madison's cool
Now they know
and all
it's
these
downtown.
things,
Yeah,
they wanna
yeah.
shop and make it a whole, not just a music festival, but a whole
Right.
experience.
Mhm.
And we're starting to see them come in the shops and stuff,
That's
like
awesome.
so we're just trying to like bridge that gap, so we can
Everybody
go
wins.
quicker.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Makes us feel good, I know that.
leave all their money in Madison.
Yes.
And then hopefully they see Madison and they come back on a random weekend too, you know, like I was in Unbroken, I'm gonna come back in February. You know?
Well, that's where, they're coming in on Monday, they're doing the historic things, they're taking the trolley tours, they're shopping, they're eating, and then they stay for the music, it's like I said, we're getting all their money.
There were so many people that were just coming up to me and were like, man, Madison. They might have been using choice words, you know, they were like talking about how awesome it was.
Yeah, yeah.
This guy got off his RV, he opened his robe, and he was like, he's like, this is beautiful, he's like, this is unbelievable, so it's good to know the local businesses are doing well.
Close under that rope.
He was, I didn't see that, I did not see that.
Thanks for the additional visual. Immediately.
And we hope everybody had a good weekend.
Hey, guys, thank you all.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks, thank you guys.
you.
Appreciate it. See you.
Ladies,
Yeah, hit us up, Nate.
Thanks. Drew, my love.
Jessica,
That's me.
thanks, me.
Well, partnerships and projects, good job, everybody. Let's move on to VMI update. Thank you for sending the updates.
Yeah.
I appreciate that, both of you guys.
Yeah.
Updates on marketing.
You want Sarah to go first, please?
Absolutely.
Happy to get it out of the way.
Absolutely.
Sure. Last week, I'm still waiting for the results for it, but we, took advantage of a dedicated email with Visit Indiana, so solely, just everything about Mary Madison and all of the events and different things that are going on. It's a new program that they're doing. They gotten rid of, a Gen Lead program, and so they're testing new things, and, we like working with them. So that's more to come, but, also the Mary Madison and more, brochure was done and all the marketing that goes behind all of that. Here's a copy
Thank
of
you.
that. You're welcome. You're welcome. So this gets, added to all the different things that we do, as well as the weekend to-dos. So we constantly are promoting the season and everything that everybody turned in, and so there's that. Then working hard on everything nights since the last time I seen you. Well, I've been working on nights all year, but obviously the last month has been a lot, just trying to work one-on-one with the new streaming TV company and the social mirroring and all that the grant, through nights that you guys granted, and so we putting that money to work and staying on top of that, and as well as all the other creative that I have to do and media that I have to provide for all the different media outlets that I booked for that plan. So it's all in place and active, and we're really excited about, actually, I shouldn't say ticket sales. I know they're really good, but I don't know them off the top of my head.
Yeah, there's,
Unless you're
there's solid.
solid.
I do
Yeah,
not.
they're really solid.
How many?
The
of these
last
would you
email said
produce?
over 1,900.
And it's actually, well, yeah, you're. It might be a little bit more than that, but I keep forgetting to take the trolley out of it.
Yeah.
So I see like 2,500 on my
Yeah.
screen, but I think it's like less 300 of that.
How many of these will you make or are you making?
So what happened with this is we always print that, we design it every year, compile it, design it, print it in-house. And then Andrew was up talking with, Roy at MPS, who is, you know, he works with us a lot, and he said, oh, I seen your thing about. And he said, let me print 250 of those for you for free, and he's a really good partner, so he does those things, he sprinkles them throughout the year. And it's very nice, cause, you know, of course, this looks so much nicer, so.
These are cool.
Yeah, we email all of the people in our database and tell them that we print in-house, and that if they want some to come pick them up, we bundle them in tens, and so. I have that email replying to our front reception area, and then they take care of that from there, so we now have a lot more, and we'll maybe need to do another push, just so that everybody knows that they can come by and get some, but that's that. Everybody, I think that there's just a lot of buzz. I think we've really been pushing Mary Madison, like, I mean, I've been here 9 years, so like, I feel like I mean, I could go back and look, it's been probably the whole time, but compiling and doing that for sure, but even just pushing Mary Madison, and then, you know, people, you know, they steal pictures and they start posting like, go to this magical, you know, Mary Madison, and so, you know, trying to log like different kind of earned media and things that we get across the state, you know, like we popped up in Indy's Child this morning for one of the best 5 best Indiana towns to visit during Christmas. You know, some of these Facebook groups, like there's one called Indiana Stays, or there's ones with photography, like people will just random, you know, the groups will actually post it, but just following all that stuff, and then we're all, you know, trying to answer questions, because people are like, well, when's that, or when's this, and so there's all these touch points and things like that, but I'm getting into the weeds. But if you see things and, you know, see something on a website or on social, screenshot it, send it to us. Sometimes we miss those earned media kind of things, and we like to keep track of them to, you know, at the end of the year, when we do our annual report, we can say we showed up in X amount of articles all year round, and, you know, that's kind of, you know, free media, right? So, so there's that, and again, Nights is really strong, and here next week. Continuing our tourism partner engagement, working one-on-one with JD, and his new role, and he's hitting the ground running, and I don't want to take his thunder away for that, but just working with him on getting with the tourism partners that need to renew.
Has that been helpful for you?
Showing the ropes. Yes, I
Okay.
think it's a learning curve, just
Yeah.
understanding all the different things that we do.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's jumped in with the best attitude, and you know, I said, if you could just do these 3 or 4 things, like these are the things I need you to do, and then if I have to follow up or answer questions, I will, and then we get to that. But yeah, no, it's been very helpful.
Great.
And so then we have and then I'm also along that side, finalizing the RFP for the printing, getting on the, you know, the docket, trying to do delivery dates and everything for that, as well as design it. So, I'm starting with that layout, and so
It's a busy time of year for you.
there is never not a busy time.
I know.
Never. People are like, yeah, and you're busy, when you have time, I never have time, so we'll get to that. We'll just have to make time, and that's how I have to do things. It's hard, but, here we are. So, supporting everything that Lindsay's been doing, and Trolley, like I'm the one that's designing all the different, events that she's doing, like the Santa Express and, the Christmas crawl that's coming up, and, you know, the haunted rides and like all of that stuff. So like, it's, you know, it's getting to create something, and it's fun, but then becomes all these other things that are needed, you know, like all the images that are different for Mantics or the website or social media and things like that, but, it's just part of making it a consistent brand and pushing that level of professionalism on that brand, and so it's exciting stuff, but we've had some added value opportunities for trolley, and so I've been advertising for that in general for tours and things. And then we had the big announcement last week after we collaborated with several different partners for a wedding giveaway, and we took on making the landing page for that on our website and collecting those assets and all that stuff. So that's a big ordeal. Trolley is a sponsor of that. Let's see. I'll keep it short because everybody else did a lot of talking, but the last thing, we are implementing a CRM, a customer relationship management platform. It's called Whereabouts. We've been researching and vetting this for over a year now, and I'm really excited about putting that in place to improve internal and external efficiencies. There'll be a new tourism partner interface. So for instance, any of you that have tourism business with us, you can go on, log in, use your own username and log in and update your own listing yourself. We approve it, but you get to do that. So like when we go to like do renewals and stuff for 27, in 26 for 27, that is that's gonna be what happens. Like, it's gonna be claim your listing, sign up, you know what I mean? And then you do all your stuff, and then you can go on there and update your hours every day if you want to. So it's just gonna take a lot of manual work off of our end. You know, even the events. So when I came to visit Madison, it was between events being a manual written down sheet of paper, as well as the signups for the guide was manual writing down, you know, like, so I was like, I need to do a form, like, we need something digital. So even that's becoming a lot, because yes, it's digital, but we're either retyping or we're copying and pasting. So this will actually just filter right into the system that we need. And it's just it's a click.
When is this live?
So, look for it at the beginning of the year.
Okay.
Yeah, we're going through training and everything.
Awesome.
So, but it's also going to give our website a little refreshed look. In the report that I sent you, there's a link in the very second bullet. Visit northwestillinois.com, Illinois. I'm the one that corrects people. Why did I do that?
You did it.
Sorry. Anyway, that tourism bureau, that destination has Whereabouts implemented in. The events section is so much more robust. The planning your trip, the itineraries, like all of that, and there's so much more that's to come with this particular CRM. I've wanted, this is a goal for years.
How did you find that one?
So, and particularly, it was our marketing company that does our website. They presented it to us. Tourism Tech is the company. They're out of Canada. All of the owners, the founders of it are all DMOs and people that worked for visitor bureaus and tourism agencies, and they know the tourism industry, and they know what is needed from a DMO standpoint and how to stay organized.
Smart.
So it's all perfect timing too with like JD's role, because he can go in, say he met with Fairfield and with a Clifty Inn and say, I was there and this is, you know, like, there might be something that we all need to know. And then they'll make a note in there and we'll be able to see it.
That's cool.
I think we even communicate to each other in there. So it's really gonna be awesome.
No, that's like beautiful. That's
It is,
what
yeah.
we want, right?
Yeah,
We've been wanting that for a
Yeah.
while, and
Yeah.
trying to get everybody together is difficult.
right,
So this would do it virtually, so, yeah.
right. So it's, you guys will be able to check out that one sheet I made for you if you have any questions. It kind of really breaks it down. It's really exciting stuff,
Awesome.
but it's a big deal. I feel like all we do are big things, but you know, we live in the fast lane, so.
Yeah. Nice.
Do you all have any questions for Sarah?
Thank you.
Great job, thank you. Andrew, you're up, bud.
Right, I sent you a report. You got some numbers. One of the cool numbers that I wanted to point out, on this sheet It's the Placer module that does overnight trips and total nights. And one of the things that really stuck out to me is in August and September, the number of overnight trips and the total nights were the largest since they started collecting data. So August and September were really strong. Now that's people spending the night here. So it's, that includes campgrounds, it's tied to your device. So doesn't necessarily mean hotels. You know, you got people camping, you got people staying at a friend's house. But to me, looking at Placer data, showing, you know, our visitation is solid, but we're not setting record numbers as far as visitation, but we're setting record numbers in overnights. So we're converting those visitors from being a day trip visitor to being overnight. That's what those numbers tell me. And we know they're staying longer. And so that's really cool. Wanted to point those numbers out to you.
Well, in tandem with that, Andrew, August and September were great on our end.
Ours too.
Like darn near record setting as well,
Yes.
so.
And from what I've heard, October was really good as well.
Fantastic.
Yes,
And I did not, you can see in these numbers, didn't have the occupancy and ADR. I get that report usually around the 18th of the month.
Right.
So probably tomorrow it'll come in. Yeah, it looks like October's good. November has been good to start as well. So really exciting numbers. To go along with that, the strong August and September, wanted to point out, and I sent this in the report as well, Hanover's homecoming was strong as well. And I sent that data over to the president, also Chip Snyder in community relations, and the alumni director, and sent that to them so they know. They called me talking about homecoming 2027 already, and so they're starting to think ahead, trying to use those numbers to know, hey, are we filling hotels? And I said, it sure looks like it. So they're planning ahead for 2027. Mad Hop again was strong. I ran numbers again. That's tough. It's just like music on the porch. You got various locations. You can't just draw a box on Placer around one area, but their numbers still look strong. Christmas open house looked like it was good. Ran the trolley during that. Had a number of businesses that I talked to over the last couple of days say it was really good. Not sure how it was for Coco. Not as good. I talked to a few West End businesses that were really strong. So, you know, I think some of it kind of depends on Main Street, their cookie tin promotion. I think it pushes people into the cookie tin locations, but heard some good things about that. One cool thing with the trolley, we were standing in the trolley barn and heard some guests that sounded like maybe they weren't from around here. And my wife said something about, oh, where are you visiting from? And they said, oh, we're from the United Kingdom. And they were working in a neighboring town and decided to come to Madison for this. And then they got on the trolley. We said, well, the trolley's free, jump on the trolley. And then we sat right behind them and heard them say, this place is magical. They were just floored by it. And so hearing things like that,
It's a great
from
program.
people, magical Madison.
Mhm.
Yeah, oh, it's awesome.
What?
We've done it.
We've.
Thanks, Debbie.
I'm saying,
Wah, wah.
that's it.
I thought I hit it out of the park, Jess.
Say it, we've done it.
In your
Dang
face.
it.
Magical Madison.
That weak stuff out of
Oh, man. I think I got fouled on that one.
Get on the wrist, for sure. No, but that was really positive, just to hear people's perspectives, and from somebody from, long way away. I mean, these aren't people from, Kentucky. These are people that are saying, sorry.
Wait a minute.
Oh, sorry.
Hey, it's UK.
It's, it's UK.
Yeah.
Well,
Oh my God,
Y'all get that?
I got it.
I got that. Well, we have a lot of visitors from that 100-mile radius, Kentucky, Indianapolis. But these are people who, from Europe, and they're coming over here and they're going,
Yeah.
oh my gosh, what this community has is awesome. Yeah. So that was really encouraging. We talked about the event meeting, and I know that was something that came up in the Tourism Alliance meeting. talking to events, just wanted to make sure I noted, that's something that we're gonna do is have an all events meeting in January. I haven't set the date just yet for that, but wanna have an all events meeting, try and come up with some efficiencies with rentals, things like that. And then, also communication and make sure that that communication is better. To that end, one of the conversations came up in JCTA. I don't wanna steal the thunder of the JCTA report, but we talked about a calendar that we can put all these things down, what's coming ahead, so everybody knows what's on the community, kind of a community calendar of sorts, but really for planning purposes, as much as being a community calendar. And we started working on that. Sarah started right after that meeting, trying to pull that together. And so hopefully we can get that out to JCTA here in the next few weeks. We're trying to put trolley 2026 programming on it as well, and so trying to make sure we have all of our stuff on there. The boats, American Cruise Lines, trying to get those on there again, so that everybody that's relating to tourism industry can look at that and go, you know what, the boats are on this weekend, and this is already planned for this weekend, and we got Unbroken Circle on this weekend. Probably be good for hotels too. I know people are already booking, but that way you know what's coming ahead.
Oh,
I
yeah.
think what Jess had mentioned was it just provides even more opportunity to collaborate.
Yeah,
Just,
and I've done it in other communities where we have this day and you all just show up and you basically like all write on the calendar. It can be that simple, it can be more complex, but it really helps people be more aware. Cause one of the things that you'll see in Madison all the time, like it happens to me every day. I'll be like, yeah, Madhouse this weekend, and they'll be like, what's that? Or I'll be like, hey, it was Christmas open house this weekend, and they'll be like, what is that? And so rather than having us all have to repeat this and you can all come to the meeting and you can all see the things, and then it's on the BMI page and it's all there and it's helping them do that too, so.
So as we talked about it in JCTA, it was an action item, and we're working on that. And then I mentioned American Cruise Lines. We just had a call with them talking about next year. Currently have 13-14 visits for next year. JD's working on what that looks like, trying to improve their experience when the guests get here. See what we can do to make sure that we are the best stop on the Ohio River. Well, on Ohio or Mississippi is fine with me. But what we told American Cruise Lines, we want to be the best stop for these boats as they're going from Louisville to Pittsburgh. We want them to remember Madison, Indiana. So we're trying to do what we can to make that a really positive experience. JD,
tapping into that.
yeah, oh yeah, that's been positive. Now we want to try and figure out how we can get them to not only have a great experience, but to benefit our stores and tourism partners like HMI. Make sure that their visits are helping them. So we're talking about that. And then thinking about JD, we've got two bus tour shows that we're gonna try and go to, starting in early 2026, trying to work on getting that business back here, and with JD being dedicated to it, I know he'll be a dog with a bone on that, and he's gonna go to those shows. I'm gonna go to one with him, just down in Owensboro. The other one's up in Wisconsin. And so I think I told you, it's a little bit longer lead time on that. Their 26 is already, they're selling seats for those. We would be meeting with them about 2027, but that's what we're trying to jump into, trying to get to a couple leisure shows, maybe a boat RV travel show in Indianapolis and Cincinnati. But as we learned from River Roots, while it can be really positive, it's also really intense on the staffing. It takes a lot of time for us to be there. But again, JD said, send me, I wanna go, I wanna be there. So we're working on those.
In tandem with that, so I meet with JD 10:30 every Tuesday. He swings by the hotel. One of the big things that we're doing at our property, and what I encouraged, is to incorporate Visit Madison as much as we can into new business that comes in, our events at the property. This gives them an experience that I can't provide, outside of the hotel part. So JD's been working heavily on itineraries for many groups that are coming in. I have, Edward Jones coming in, actually tomorrow. But there's 60 people, you know, probably 75% of them have never been here. But JD's working with them, trying to kind of facilitate travel and, get them to different places around the area, but it's working really well. I hope he's an asset. Seems like he is so far.
Yeah.
And you're right, dog with the phone, right? This guy is, he's awesome, man.
Yeah.
So I see big things coming from him, but, so far so good. Yeah.
And some of that, like Josh said, it's elevating that experience for those groups. So Josh does a handoff, says, hey,
Yeah.
let me, we're excited to have you come into the Fairfield. Here, let me introduce you to JD. JD just says, hey, what can I do? Can I offer, you know, recommendations for you? Are you needing activities, things to do? You need to know, places to eat, places to go?
Yeah.
Do you need, golf carts? Whatever, trying to help elevate that experience.
Yeah.
And drive business to our tourism
Of
partners.
course, that's what keeps them coming back. It's
Yeah.
that hospitality, right? I mean, that's the industry we're in.
That's right.
And you know, do they get that in larger cities, right? Probably not. Do they get that in larger cities? It's more intimate when they're here.
That's right.
We used to do that.
Yeah.
Prior to COVID, you know, I mean, Marcy Jones, who worked for our organization
Yeah.
for 13 years, I mean, that was the last one of her many hats that she wore, and she was over the group tour coordinating, and we gave that free full service, you know, when the hotels knew that, you know, there was somebody calling her, and they helped work with itineraries and all that, so it's really great. Cause that was one of the last things that came back after COVID was group tour, right? So it's, you know, it's been back, but we're, you know,
Finally getting the
we're
staff
finally
to do
getting
it.
back at it.
Yeah.
We've all been working on it, but we're all been taking little pieces of it, and now we have somebody that's focused.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's great because you're growing and we see it.
Yeah.
And you know, you're, everything's getting bigger. Your purview's starting to grow a little bit, but you're getting help, right? You probably need more.
Yeah.
help. But, you know, maybe that'll come at some point. So congratulations. I appreciate everything y'all do.
Yeah, well, as always, you let us know if there's someone we can be doing to work with you even better.
Andrew, thank you for the synopsis.
Yeah.
Sarah, thank you as well.
You're welcome.
Well, moving on to, our Tourism Alliance Committee update. Jess, if you'd be so kind.
Yep, so we had 13 attendees, including myself, and Hanover College and, you know, VMI, POCO, Arts Alliance, all kinds of folks. It was fantastic to get together and talk, and we learned a lot of things. So Hanover talked about what was going on campus and what they're working on. Main Street talked about their loft tour recap. We shared some potential concerns, some things that other organizations are working on that would benefit everybody, namely the chamber doing some small business things that sound really cool. And then the city gave us an update because they are always, there's a lot of things. And sometimes that city info is the best info we get at Tourism Alliance because we never know any of all of those things until we
If she
get
doesn't-
all of the
If
things.
she doesn't show up, we're gonna make sure she.
Okay, yeah. So that was really it, and then, our next meeting is in January, on January 21st. And did we pick the location? I didn't write one
I
down.
apologize for
Um,
not being able to attend.
we did not pick I
Okay.
think Hanover Hanover offered,
Okay,
and then, Sam Elliott followed up afterward. She
okay,
said we could go out to Hanover,
so
so,
maybe Hanover. next.
yeah, so it looks like it'll be Hanover, be good to get
Yeah,
out there and see
you
it.
know what,
They're-
we should take the trolley out there.
I wondered about that.
That's
Just
a
tell
great
everybody to meet at Visit Madison in the back parking lot and,
Take the trial.
I mean, why not?
That's a great idea.
We're not.
That's not a great idea?
I think it's a great.
I like
it's a
it.
Great idea.
I think it's awesome. I mean,
Okay,
Why'd you say who's not?
I said, we're not.
Why? But
I
then
don't know, 'cause
Andrew
I-
flick you in the ear and say, you're not doing it?
Won't make it up the hill.
Yeah, I know. I know. I thought it was a great idea. You just.
No, I thought about like because of the gas and like
Oh.
using the expenses of the.
Got windows, it's not gonna, it's January, it won't be
Yeah.
cold outside, it won't be, you know, you won't be sitting down there going, oh, when do we get there?
That's true, it is,
So-
temperature controlled.
So, back to, why wasn't it a good idea?
I know. I think it's a great idea. JCT. 21st January. Thank you all. So future meetings, anybody I sent this out prior to this. Just looked at the third week. I remember last year when I threw out a bunch of dates, Andrew said I'd like to stay around the third week. I think that's what you said. Could be wrong.
He said, be consistent. You were on no special Monday. You're like,
We'll do all.
Hey, here's the deal, right? In negotiation, you gotta start somewhere, right? You gotta start somewhere. I know. Gee, Chris, we even picked one up this year. Okay, so what do y'all think?
good to me.
You good with this? Good with this?
Good. I mean, is the December 14th,
You
Did
guys
you
good with
include that in was it in the announcement?
Yeah.
It's in the agenda.
Oh, sorry.
So,
Yeah, as long as you guys are okay with me not always having my full report, because I'm trying to do both meetings that are a week apart.
Mhm.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you've been okay with how it's been going, then I'm good, then you're.
Yeah.
we are okay.
Yeah.
So the question mark, is that just on the 14th or like all
that's all of them.
of them? Oh, yeah, okay. And that's the second one, but I understand why it's not the third. Monday.
Yeah, because of, yeah, it'd be tough. Be tough. I mean, if everybody's good with it, a couple other notes. The applications for, and I'm gonna put you on the spot.
Fine.
Are you good with doing it
Yeah, yeah.
again 2026?
That's fine. That'll be a big one.
Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
it will. It will.
A little bigger than the
It
last one.
will. So Friday, before you got here, Jim texted and then Renee and Dave and I talked. Friday, March 6th would be the final day, like at 4 o'clock or 5 o'clock, you name it, right?
Okay,
Whatever
yeah,
the time is. Friday, March 6th, which would be, our special meeting would be 10 days after that.
Right.
So it'd be Monday the 16th. So are you good with that being the last day whenever people ask, you know, hey, when do we turn in the applications? What's the last day? It would be Friday, March 6th.
Yeah. it's
Okay,
fine.
okay. And then our special meeting would be on the 16th, and then our, we present would be a week later.
Yeah.
Well, Dave, do we need to approve these dates, or we all good with it?
We can vote to approve. them.
Okay.
You know, Roberts is kind
I know,
of particular.
he is particular. Would someone like to make a motion to approve the dates as presented?
Can we start this one?
We third.
Okay, I'll go.
Well, this is definitely a question about it, not the motion, so I'll make a motion that we approve the proposed dates for 2026.
Do we have a second?
I'll second it.
I'll third.
Josh, you wanna
I'll third
third it?
that thing.
Third
Let's do it.
Motion carries. These are no longer proposed dates. These are the dates for 2026. We had public comment.
Well, I do have actual other public comment, if I can, for a second.
Okay,
I just wanted to share, we're doing a really big event, big for us, 300 tickets. For the Harp Swings, it's on December 19th. I think I've shared it with all of you more than once, but we've already sold over half of our tickets. And the majority of the people are coming from out of town.
that's great.
So we're getting lots of locals, but because they are a internationally known audience, there are people coming. I am sure that there has to be hotel rooms getting booked, and Airbnbs. I can see, because I'm making them fill out their ticket to tell me their zip code and where they are. I'm seeing places that are a drive, but I'm also seeing other close by communities. But we're really excited about this, and this is a great opportunity for St. Michael's. And it's really a test run for us to see if this is something we can continue to do and bring people in for a cool Christmas, family-friendly event. So feel free to spread the word, share it with people. We still have quite a few tickets left, but like I said, we're halfway.
On the
So that's
19th.
good. Yes,
Yeah.
December 19th
Yeah, you got a
at
month.
7 o'clock.
Yeah.
So, okay.
Jess, thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Team, anybody got anything to add? Hope everyone has a happy and safe Thanksgiving. Everyone in the crowd as well.
You as well.
Thank you. Meeting adjourned.